Wow, it's so blurry. Can you find my face now? Are you serious? Are you serious? It's set on facial recognition and it's finding a building. Okay, I hadn't planned on filming at all today, which is why I have the 25mm on here, and I have to hold it all the way at arm's length just to get this much of my face in. I'm going to switch over to a new lens in a second here, because I went and bought a new lens. And I'd like to show it to you guys. And I'm here in Hiroshima today, just walking around. I had to get some parts from one of the computer stores here, and if you want to tour that, video should be above. Hello, birds. But while I was in there, I found this guy. It was like $100, brand new. And anytime I see a lens that's interesting for $100, I'm gonna try to pick it up. But yeah, this is my only Olympus lens that I've ever purchased, and yeah, it's kind of an interesting little one. I've already done a video with it, and it's wide. It's really nice, and it's nice and wide, especially if I just want to stay wide. It's nice to have just this little 3-ounce thing on there, than the full 12-60 Leica that's all metal and heavy and stuff. So yeah, it's a nifty little guy. Let's throw it on. And bam. That's a little better, isn't it? I know it's still a little bit loud out here, or a bit loud out here for the camera. I don't have my mic. Like I said, I was not planning on filming today. It just seemed like too good of a day to waste. This is an Olympus 9mm f8 fisheye lens. The barrel distortion is pretty noticeable, but really not as bad as I thought it was going to be, especially right in the center. You can definitely see it on the building behind me there. It's like, that's not what the building's actually shaped like. But it's not bad, and this is actually going to be really nice just to have this little wafer on there. Like I said, if I'm just doing like a quick vlog or walkabout or something like that, or I just want to take some interesting super wide angle pictures, a 9mm is pretty nice. Now it only has manual controls, 100% manual here. So this is my focus right here. Oh, well, that's that. This is my focus right here. It goes from 0.2 meters. I'm like really close. Look at that. My beard is nice and in focus, and then I can pop it out to infinity. I'm probably gonna leave it on infinity most of the time. Maybe. Am I? Because yeah, otherwise I have to get really close to it. I don't really feel like holding the camera 6 inches away from my face. So hopefully this is in focus enough. Like I said, I've had it for an hour, so I really haven't played around with it enough to really know when I am and am not in focus, which means I'm going to have probably a little bit of blurred video and quite a few pictures that I'm going to say, oh, that would have been a good shot. You know, it happens. But anyway, I'm just going to do a little walk around here, take a few pictures, and show you guys what the video looks like in the dark, in the light. And I mean, it's such a simple little lens. There's really not much to talk about with it, but I definitely like to show you guys what it can do. All right, so my assumption that this wasn't going to do great in the dark was, I feel like, kind of off. I mean, f8 does fine in the dark. I was just pointed at a light source before, so it was showing me super dark, and I was annoyed by that. But yeah, I'm under a bridge right now on a little walkway here, and yeah, if you get light in the background, it's probably going to blow me out, darken me, spooky. But as long as your light environment remains pretty uniform, it doesn't do bad at all, actually, in low light. And this is low light, in comparison to just the daylight outside. Obviously not super like indoorsy low light. It's pretty even, and it's decent. But oh my god, yeah. Once we get into the sunny areas, it's got no problem. Now, one thing I am finding that I have to be careful with, I tend to have my knuckles out or like a finger out, or just kind of a weird grip on this thing on my camera, just depending on what I'm taking a picture of, especially if I'm taking a picture like vertically like that. Then I get some fingers, because this is really wide. Oh my goodness. So yeah, just got to be aware of that. My fingers are on the grip now, and then just spread out now, so they're almost immediately in frame. Just something to be aware of. If you're going ultra wide like this, you're gonna pull your hands into frame really easily, and you don't want to ruin a shot. So you're definitely gonna get a little more bob on this one than you would on, you know, something obviously with OIS inside. So it's kind of trade-off a little bit. Super small lens, you're going to trade off things like electronics, autofocus. This basically shows up as a manual lens. It shows up as a lens with no electronics connected to the camera whatsoever, so I can't even electronically change the aperture on it. It's just f8 all the time. I can make it work. So because it is at f8, it's really easy to keep things in focus, I guess. I'm seeing with the focus peaking here. Hopefully, because like I said, it's f8, most things are going to be generally in focus. I don't normally shoot with so much barrel distortion, so it's going to be interesting what I pull out of this. There's definitely going to be some interesting images, and I have yet to decide whether I actually really like it or not, because I do like just a nice flat picture, and this is giving me all sorts of barrel distortion, which looks interesting. If nothing else, it'll give me a couple unique pieces. Hey, look, a fish. Can you see the fish? Probably not. It's like right here. Oh, there's another one. Hello, fish. Therein lies another one of my issues with a lens like this, is that you really are giving up everything to keep it this small. I can't put a filter on this. Like, I can't put a polarizer on it. I can't put an ND on it. Like, if I'm shooting things in the water like this, I might want to put a polarizer on it so you can see the fish. I mean, it's so wide, I'm not getting, you know, any closer to it anyway, so it's, I don't know. This is a very specific type of lens for very specific type of photography and videography. I'm going to use it way more for video than I will ever for taking pictures, because I really enjoy the flexibility of that Leica, that 12 to 60. Can't put a hood on this. There is no threading whatsoever. It doesn't even have a lens cap. The little focus knob or focus lever is actually the thing. If you push it far enough, it just closes a little shutter over the lens itself. So that is actually your lens cap. Just a little you know, butterfly shutter that comes down over the lens itself, over the front element. So you're giving up just about everything if you want to shoot this wide, which is okay. I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting. I'll say that. Image clarity looks like it's excellent. Let's get a little bit of this. Oh my god, I can tell that I'm changing focus, but none of it is affecting my face. I think if I'm like, yeah, there we go. As long as I can see blue on my beard, then I know I'm relatively in focus. But if I'm gonna dial this thing all the way down, I think I get in focus like right there. This is where I'm in focus right here. This isn't awkward at all, right? I'm already finding myself really liking it for those vertical shots. I can get the buildings, obviously, really easily and really close up, like right from the base, whole building. But then it just looks like it's all wonky and curvy and stuff, and you know, it's cool. I'll have to get used to it. So another thing that I can really see this lens being awesome on is on my Crane 3 gimbal. I didn't even bring it to Japan because I figured I wasn't ever going to use it. But there have been, I don't know, 3 or 4 times where I wanted to use it. Look at that. It's a cool tree. Fun fact, that tree's not dead. See, here's something. See how I'm out of focus? Out of focus? Out of focus? The little lever here keeps slipping. That's just because I'm bumping it really lightly, because it's really easy to push. So another thing to think about. But with something this light, and like, let's say you throw it, instead of on the G9 here, throw it on like a G100, which already is a tiny little camera, you have got a really nice, 4K gimbal rig that weighs almost nothing. So you're not going to have any weird flopping, weight issues with it like I used to have with my D5600. This is a nice quiet area, isn't it? So it looks like our minimum focus distance is about there, 6 to 8 inches. I don't have a measuring tape with me, otherwise I'd actually measure it for you guys. It's not bad though. I want to say 8 inches. And of course, one of my very favorite things to do with a wider lens like this, look up into the trees. The in-body stabilization is really doing its job here. It's not bad. Look up again. I don't know why I like that shot so much. That's just one of those shots that I really enjoy. Seeing the sun kind of sparkle through the leaves, and it's a cool way to show that you're moving forward without just dump. You know, I don't know. It's unique, I like it. So it's a little weird, whenever I open this, if you push it all the way, that's where it's focused in the closest. And there's a little, like, very slight little bump when you pass infinity. So if you open it really quick, you flick it all the way open, you're not going to get focus on far objects. I wish that was reversed, because if I just flick it open really fast, I just want the most focus possible, you know what I mean? Instead of finding that little bump in there, not a big deal though. So I'm going to have to learn, not really learn, but I'm going to have to get more experience with speed priority, which is cool, because it's kind of forcing me to, you know, try something new that I wouldn't normally do, and try to go about doing the same things in a different way. So if I start using speed priority more often, it's going to get me more familiar and more comfortable with those particular functions, which I don't normally use. Now the focus speed is really good. See? Look at that. Amazing. Since there's no autofocus, the focus speed is whatever you make it. So here's a bit of a wider vista. We're going to go, so this is the 0.2 meter focus. That's the infinity focus. And then we can go out a little bit further before it actually closes down. Well, yeah, 0.2, infinity. There's definitely a little bit of adjustment for depth of field there. It's just coming within a 1/4 inch, so it's really hard to find. So that's gonna be about it for us, guys. I'm looking for some food right now. Keep passing things like this, and everybody's closed, except they're open, so I'm gonna go in there. So anyway, thank you very much for joining me. I hope this was somewhat informative if you're looking at this lens or looking for an ultra-wide lens. I hope this informs your decision. Look around the channel a little bit. We got more cameras, lenses, computers, all sorts of garbage. So yeah, shoot me a like if you didn't hate the video. And leave me a comment if I'm in focus. Anyway guys, appreciate it as always. You have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.